G'day, I'm Dean Argent, a university qualified mechanical engineer. I'm a licensed motor dealer and the owner of usedvehiclesales.terracan4.com.au. And in this video, I am going to take you on a walkthrough of this turbo diesel 4x4 2005 model Hyundai Terracan manual 5-speed that I got for sale right here on my yard, closely protected by the ditzy guard dog. So when I buy the cars, what I like to do is get down here like this and look up the sides. Now, if you have a look and you look at in the reflections, there's no dents. First sign, so far so good. Looking for stone chips, and this car's got really low Ks. You're not going to expect to see too much in the way of stone chips on it, but don't worry, the ones that have been knocked about, they do. And up the side here, this one's all nice and straight too. So it's pretty obvious this car's been parked right up the other end of the car park, well away from every bastard, so no one puts a dent in the door. The other thing I like to check's down here. See this? See how those tyres are wearing evenly across the surfaces? It just tells me all the suspension geometry, steering components and all that are doing exactly what they should. So, and here's the other thing. Look at this. Now there's a few telltale signs with this car. I'll tell you where it came from in just a sec. But look at this. We've got the Hyundai factory nudge bar. Now, when you buy stuff like that with your car when it's new, are they dear or are they expensive? They're friggin' dear. Well, I mean, that's the same. But, are they cheap or are they expensive? Well, they're friggin' expensive. And so, because they like to mark it up. Now we've got all the brand name stuff, the TJM. Look at that. Dash mat. You don't put a dash mat on your car if you don't give two shits about your car. Okay, so this car is ticking all the boxes now for us when I purchased it. Side steps, alloy wheels, they just came with it, but they also put the roof racks up there as well. So all those things just paint a pretty good picture to me. This car came from a trade-in. Folks come in and upgraded to a bigger car that carried more kids because they had a few kids and they needed the extra space. So the car had been extremely well cared for, really obvious, really low Ks, and they'd had it for a long time. So let's go for a walk around. I'll show you what's going on inside. Now, we haven't beautified it for sale a heck of a lot, but by the time you get out here, it will be cleaned up. So we do have all the power windows and all that sort of stuff, but I do like to show them in their raw state. So here's how it came. So see how the seat, well, the driver's seat's pretty good. There's a few marks and stuff on that seat. We'll get all that backed off. Having a look in here, you can see we've got the 112 on the clock. I'm probably not that good a salesman. I probably should have gone ahead and got it all cleaned up first. But anyway, so we've got all the cruise control going on there. Now Hyundai, look at the Roddy. He's like, I'm waiting to bark at someone. And the other one, the trucks come in next door at this time of the afternoon. There we go. And they're going to go and yell at one of the truck drivers for, well, not sharing their lunch or whatever they do. They're on guard. Anyhow, where was I? Hyundai, in their infinite wisdom, put the cruise control over here. So if you're cruising down the road and you're ready for cruise control, you've got to go, cruise control on, and then you control it from your buttons here. So it's actually not that far, but I'm just making Hollywood out of it. Why not? Now it is turbo diesel. What does that mean? It means that it doesn't use much fuel and it's got lots of power. And it starts, I should have held the key for a second longer. It starts and runs and drives beautifully. No lights on the dash except for the park brake because, well, I've got the park brake on, and all that. So it's got the aircon, which is icy cold. It's got the fan, works. This works. Everything in it works like it should. Power outlet here for plugging your phone in. Two-wheel drive, selectable, or you can put it back to, excuse me, whoop, just having a cough and fit there. So I've got her in four-wheel drive here, and see you get the lights on the dash. So it says 4 high, so we know she's in four-wheel drive, ready for off-road action. So these cars in four-wheel drive like that, these are a capable four-wheel drive, just like those Toyota Land Cruiser Prados and some of the other big name ones around, but at a fraction of the price. If you look at this car on paper, like all the features that it has, it's pretty much up there with that Prado anyway. But to give you an idea, that car over there's got 3 times the amount of kilometres on it than this one, and it's more expensive. It's got over 300,000 and it's petrol. So just letting you know that these are a heck of a capable four-wheel drive and a lot of bang for your buck. So we got the park brake there, and somewhere just on the tail end of this mongrel flew. So there we go. We've got this this space in here for storing all your goodies. I'm going to pop it back into two-wheel drive. There she is. She's popped out. I heard it go clunk outside. You wouldn't have heard it. And away we go. So there's a good look inside. Let's go out here. So what I've done is I've dropped these seats down. So if you really needed to, and you need to do an emergency stop and turn the car into a shaggin' wagon, watch this. You can. Oh, there's a mark, by the way. It's got a mark. Anyway, what you can do is you can pull those seats up and voila, shaggin' wagon. Don't tell anyone I told you, but that's how easy it is. So what you do is you just get those seats, they drop down like that, lift up like that, lock in. Pretty easy. So just that thing there, one-handed holding the phone with the other hand, down she goes there, tug on that string and throw the seat straight up like that. So there she is. There's that seat pulled down. So if you want to use the car for said purposes, one can. If you choose not to, that's okay too. There is tinted windows going on in there. You can see that it's just a light tint on them. Keeps the sun at bay. It is the common rail diesel injector. Just means it's got lots of power and uses bugger all fuel. And if you need to tow something, these things have got the balls to do it. So let's lift up the back. We've got these back seats. See these marks in the carpet? There's a black mat that's out the back that's drying. And it goes in there to stop all the dirt getting on the carpet. See, there's other things. People care about their car when they put those things in. But have a look at the space in there. Just imagine that seat's up. These back seats are up and they just drop down. So if you just pull that like that, drop it in there and then just lift on there, the seat pops up. So if you've got 4 kids, you can leave that one up or even take it out and you can put the bags in there for the school run and stuff. So there's a good look going on in there. If you wanted to knock your mother-in-law off and put a dead body in there, it'd probably fit. But this one's actually, you can put her up there on the roof racks. So you don't need to put her inside the car with you. Because I know in my case, it'd be like, get out there. Oh, my Mrs. Fairningham goes crook at me for saying stuff like that. Don't tell her. She doesn't watch all these videos. So, where are we? So I pop this seat down here. There they go. They just pop down like that, locked into place. The seat belts are here. They just poke up through the little hidey hole there. And there you go. Voila, 7-seater. So let's pop that down. So there's the, like I said, tow bar and stuff before. Good look around the back there. Crazy dog running crazy. So have a look down this side. She's clean and tidy. I'll just drop this back like so and then just pull that like so. Oh yeah, that pops down, all goes up to you, and there's a good look around in there. So, and in here we've got, I'll look inside, and glove box. There we have this 2005. Look at the dog. So the boy started his motorbike. Here we go. Oh yeah, Evel Knievel. Yeah, look at it. He's into it. So here we have this 2005 model Hyundai Terracan that I've got for sale here. In the next part of this video, I'm going to tell you everything we do to prepare all of the vehicles. This one's prepared to the same standard. So when the cars come into the yard, we do 6 levels of inspection. The first one is we do a road test. We drive it around a very specific test track and we listen for all those noises and stuff that shouldn't be there. Then we do a yard test. And so in the yard test, what we're looking for is that everything works like it should, like the windows go up and down, the fan works, everything in the car is working like it should. And if it's not working, I will have mentioned it in the previous video. Then it goes into mechanical. The mechanic's got quite an extensive checklist of things that he inspects. Things like, is the spare tyre there and is it fully inflated and all those sorts of things. All that stuff's done and that's what's covered off in mechanical. So that's the 3rd level. On the 4th level, we do a roadworthy inspection. We get an independent mechanic who does his roadworthy inspections on the vehicles. He's licensed by Queensland Transport to come out or do them at his facility. Either way, it doesn't matter. But he does the inspections on them. He gets underneath every single car and he checks all the suspension components and all the things that are required for the roadworthy. So we have a properly done roadworthy certificate by an independent person come out as well. And then on the 5th level of check, we do a quality assurance or a QA run. What happens there is someone who hasn't driven the car and hasn't worked on it, he then goes and drives the car after it's been through mechanical, and he's basically doing a double check like what a buyer would do. They'd get in it and if there's a noise, they're like, ooh, what's that noise? Or stuff like that. He comes back if there's any of those things then we've identified them through the QA run. And what that does for you is it allows, well, from my point of view, it allows me to know and stand there quite confidently and know that the car is prepared properly. And then on the 6th level of check, what we do is before the car goes out, also after it's finished the QA, the cars then go out the front of the yard, and you would have seen them in the background of the previous part of this video, and they sit out there until they go out. Well, before they go out, we do another level, the 6th level of check, where we just check that the wipers are still working, that the little sprayers haven't blocked up, that none of the bulbs haven't stopped working or any of that sort of stuff. So there's the 6 levels of inspection that we do on each one of the cars. Now, I don't expect you to believe me when I tell you I prepare the cars like that, but as you could tell from the previous video, we are on dirt. I do not have concrete, I don't have flags, I don't have salesmen ready to pounce on you when you come down. In fact, this is me pouncing on you now. So if you're still, hello, you there? Hello, come back so I can pounce on you some more. So if you're still there, the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't have all that expensive shit. We don't have the overheads, and it allows me to put the money back into the cars. And that's why, but I don't expect you to believe that either. But what you should do is go and have a look at our Facebook reviews, and you'll see the vast majority of our buyers are more than delighted with their car because of the work we put into preparing the cars. So with that, we have buyers, they come from way up north, like up Cairns, way out west. They catch the train down, they catch the plane to Brisbane, they catch the train to our location here, and then they drive their car off. If we don't prepare the cars properly and they fall apart on their way home, they don't get on Facebook and write good reviews. So that's why I'm proud of the level of all of the cars that I prepare. Although I muck around in these videos, what I don't compromise on is the quality and the standard that the cars are prepared to before they leave the yard. And that's reflected in our Facebook reviews. The link is included on this page, so go and have a look and see what the crowd says about working with us. So because of the work we put into the cars, all the prices are fixed. If you turn around and go, hey Dean, are you negotiable? I'll be like, yes, I'm negotiable, but why would you want to pay more? So I do that because I can't take out what we put into those cars, and frankly, I don't want to. If the cars don't meet the standard, or they can't easily be brought up to that standard, I'll launch them off through an auction. And that's why you shouldn't buy cars from auctions, because that's where blokes like me dump our garbage. Okay, so this car has been through all the inspection and is come up properly and is prepared properly. So therefore I have nowhere to move on the price. The prices are already good anyway, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on and got this video. So the prices are all fixed. And the last thing I want to tell you, before I tell you what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised, is that we need to make appointments to come out. Now, we are not your typical yard, like I said before. We're not equipped for people just to roll up and walk out. You're more than welcome to come and check the cars out and take them for a spin. I've got no trouble with that. But you just need to let us know when you're coming. We've got a couple of guard dogs that roam around here, and we put those away when people are coming, and that way no one gets bit. Everyone's happy. So if you let us know when you're coming, we'll put the dogs away, we'll open up the gates, and we can show you the car, and you can have a look over that and any others that might work for you, whatever you want. So please make an appointment before you come out. So what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised for? Good question, and I'm glad that you asked. So firstly, it comes with either 6 months Queensland rego, or the rego that you see, like the date. Have a look in the text above, it'll tell you the expiry date, or 6 months, whichever one it is. If you're an interstate buyer, give us a call, we'll tell you how that works for you. We are a large dealer with Queensland Transport. What that means is we have the number plates on site, we have all the paperwork, all the forms, all that stuff, so you don't even need to go into the government department and get sneezed on by all the grubs. We do all that for you. Aren't we good? So all you got to do is fill out some forms, we stick the number plates on, we do all the paperwork for you, drive away, nothing else to do. All that's included in the price you see. So all your stamp duties, transfer fee, government rip you off fee, all included in the price. The next thing is when the cars go through mechanical, one of the things we do is a fresh service. So your vehicle has been freshly serviced, and you will not need to do any scheduled maintenance for the next 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever comes first. It's got guaranteed no money owing, guaranteed not stolen, guaranteed never written off. I'll show you all that on the paperwork when you come on down. And it's also got a current roadworthy certificate. So we have the independent inspector, he's got a license from the Queensland government, and he's the one who says this car is in a roadworthy condition. So we've brought the car up to that standard as well, so it comes with the roadworthy. So yes, we do trade-ins, and if you need help with your finance, there is a link up the top of this page that says no deposit finance. You can put your details in there and our finance guy will come back and he'll give you a quote on exactly how much it will cost you per week to drive away in this fine automobile. Well, I'm Dean. Thanks for watching this video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, or whatever you want to do. We can take payment by cash, by credit card, by internet transfer, bank check, however you want to do it. Best off if we do internet transfer. That one works best for us. But however you want to do it, it's entirely up to you. Well, I'm Dean. Thanks for watching the video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, and I look forward to meeting you soon. See ya.